Hello, and welcome to Let's Play Eric the Unready, Part 8. I actually recorded another Part 8, but I screwed up in how I was doing it, and on top of that, the audio was getting all weird, so I let another process finish, and now I'm looking at this. Part 7 got annoyingly cut off just when I was about to finish anyways, but what I was about to do is I'm putting kindling into the fireplace, and then I'm going to burn it. Burn the kindling. He gives us the earmuffs. We're going to leave, and we're going to go north to another joke. Yeah, kill me. Let's see. Someone tosses the bard a silver penny. He pockets the coin and launches. Oh, good. No joke. Actually, it wasn't a bad joke. I would have liked that joke to remain in. But whatever. Give coin to Ponce. The bard abruptly stops singing and pockets the coin. He clears his throat and begins speaking. The Epic of Balder, he announces dramatically. In the great days of Balder, many years ago, when the land was dark, a brave knight ventured into the forest of doom. Something about the bard's voice makes you want to close your eyes and drift off to sleep. Suddenly you notice that another gold coin has appeared in your hand. The vanilla in the float begins to melt. I'm kind of worried about that, because I'm not sure it's supposed to melt entirely. Anywho, we can't leave because of his magical voice, and it's going to put me to sleep, so you want to wear those earmuffs. Put on the earmuffs. You can still make out the bard's voice, but it doesn't put you to sleep like it did before. Now, I think I can go north. Oh, something about the bard's delivery prevents you from leaving, even though the earmuffs shield you from the full impact of the boring epic. Everyone around you seems to have fallen asleep. Well, normally I'd fall asleep too, but I think if I wait, something's gonna happen. Ponce sees that you haven't fallen asleep. Then he notices the earmuffs and says, "What a great idea! This story's so boring that even I have to work hard to stay awake." If it's so boring, you ask, why do you keep it in your repertoire? Because if you're a bard, people expect you to know it. Besides, I've heard that it's a favorite of the Knights of the Rhomboid Table. Despite all the honors I've received in my career, I've still never performed in Fudd's Feasting Hall. The Epic of Balder is my best chance to make that dream come true. Well, if performing for the Knights of the Rhomboid Table is so important to you, I can arrange it. All you have to do is follow me. Are you interested? Most certainly! Just give me a moment. The bard walks over to the sleeping crowd and shouts, "Wake up! Show's over! Go home!" The people climb groggily to their feet and then stumble away. Then the bard turns back to you and says, "Lead on, young man! Whither thou goest, thither shall I follow." Yeah, we got a bard to follow us, so it'll be a horrible, horrible bard. And there you go. North. North. And oh, the vanilla's almost gone. Anyway, the Ponce launches into the Epic of Balder. The hall instantly falls silent in the great days of Balder. And guess what? We're gonna go up past that guard now. Ooh, story time. You step over the guard and climb to the top. At the top, you hear voices coming from the Queen's chamber. You pause in the vestibule and cautiously peek through the curtains into the next room. She looks sultry. And the hardest part of the whole plan is to make sure that shop steward assigned the quest to that idiot Eric. Of course, I had to sleep with the man, several times in fact, but that's a small price to pay. Don't you think so, my darling pectoral? I guess so. You recognize the voice of Sir Pectoral the Hunk. Where did your sister take L'Oreal? To our castle, of course. Eric will never be able to cross Taurus in time to rescue the princess, and even if he does, he'd still have to get by the guardians of the Black Gate. But enough of that. Have you done as I requested, darling Pex? Darling Pex. Yes, your highness. I've arranged for a group of soldiers to begin following Eric at the end of the day. As soon as he leaves the village, they will arrange an accident for him. Questing is such a dangerous occupation, you know. That would be after me. Good, you must go now. It is growing strangely quiet downstairs. You hear Sir Pectoral start to leave, and you race down the stairs before he can discover you. Let's see. Now, I'm not entirely sure what to do at this point. Is the audio coming out fine? I don't know. I guess I'll find out a bit. As you reach the bottom of the stairs, you hear the bard say, "And thus ended the Epic of Baldur." The revelers slowly begin to awaken from their slumber. A drunken knight looks up at you and yells, "Hey, it's the mighty Sir Amric himself! How did you get that quest, sonny? It should have been me!" I'm gonna waste a bit of time. Kiss. Knight, yeah. The guard merely raises an eyebrow, but that's enough to stop you in your tracks. Another knight speaks up. "You? Ha! I'm the one who should have received the quest. My armor is the shiniest of anyone here." "Oh yeah?" replies the first knight. "Blow it out of your pauldron, pal." Kiss. Me. Congratulations, you were Narcissist of the Month award, breaking a string of 82nd consecutive months when it was awarded to Madonna. The two warring knights leap to their feet. A third jumps between them and says, "Peace, brothers! This is no way for the knights of the rhomboid table to behave." The two knights look at each other, lower their heads, and then simultaneously slug the interfering knight in the jaw. He staggers back into some other knights who catch him and help him launch a counterattack. Soon the entire room has become a chaotic melee of knights hacking and slashing at each other. Ponce looks at the warring behemoths and says, "That's enough for me, I'm out of here." He gives you a copy of the commemorative book, he gives all his clients, and then leaves. And I'm pretty sure I'm either almost out of time, or I'm just gonna end it around now anyways. Yes, so I really need to keep track of time better, I swear. Thank you for attending. See you in part